Welcome to ERG Podcast.
Kyo dake wa.
Just for today.
There we go. Right. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. As Anne-Marie said, this is our first time hosting the meditation circle since I've been in situ as chair. It's something we tend to do around about once a year, so a couple of times a year maybe. We've got 8 members of the European Reiki group, different countries, and we tend to rotate that once a month. So it's our turn now, and we've got the fantastic Joe Fellows, who's going to be hosting a lovely meditation circle for us. So for those of you joining from the UK, it's lovely to see you all. And for those of you joining from further afield, welcome. We hope you'll have a lovely evening. I'm not going to bore you with any further detail, but just wanted to very quickly introduce Jo. She's our distance healing coordinator. She has been with the UK Reiki Federation for, I want to say, around about 8 years now. But if any of you have been to one of our Reiki shares or been along to any of our distance healing events or even any of our face-to-face conferences, you'll be familiar with her. But I personally love her sessions, and I hope you all do too. So without further ado, I will hand you over to Jo, and I will be quiet. So thank you all for attending tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Gavin. Well, welcome everybody to our Reiki Share and Meditation. So I'm Jo Fellows, and I'm so grateful to share this sacred space with our wonderful European Reiki group tonight. So beyond our individual healing, let's hold a collective intention this evening. So our gathering is a beacon of light, sending out a ripple of peace and unity across the globe. We know that true well-being begins within, and by focusing on our own light, we amplify the collective light of all beings. So let our shared energy tonight become a powerful force for global harmony. We hold the vision of peace and unity across the globe in our hearts as we begin. So as we gather this evening, we're immersed in one of the most powerful points of the lunar cycle, the deep, fertile darkness just before the new moon arrives tomorrow. This energy is incredibly potent for deep release, preparing us all for a fresh start. So we combine the deep, regenerative power of the new moon cycle with the amplified love of our shared Reiki energy. So as we begin, I invite you to take a few cleansing breaths to arrive fully in this moment. So inhaling deeply, filling your lungs, allowing them to expand. And exhale slowly, releasing any tension from your body. So maybe a couple more of those deep breaths. They say that the benefits of Reiki are always amplified if we work together. Hiroshi Doi suggests that the energy is amplified by the square of the number of people involved, which is amazing. So tonight we actually have 100 people at the moment online. So that's 10,000. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. So if we have this many sharing Reiki tonight, the collective power is really immense. So thank you so much for sharing Reiki with us. So before we practice, I've been asked to recite the Reiki precepts. So for those new to Reiki, the word precept means rules of conduct. These are things for us to aspire to. Mikao Usui taught them to support his students on their spiritual path of self-healing, and they're the baseline to the complete system. So, the secret of inviting happiness through many blessings, the spiritual medicine for all illness. For today only, do not anger, do not worry, be humble, be honest in your work, and be compassionate to yourself and others. Do gasho to give thanks every morning and evening. Keep in your mind and recite Usui Reiki Raiho to improve your mind and body from the founder, Mikao Usui. The precepts are listed in a specific order, and the first is the most important for today only. The meaning of this precept is to bring us entirely into the now. If we're truly present in the now, in the moment, awake and aware, then there really can be no worry and no fear. So in tonight's practice, we're going to do Kenyoko, the dry bathing to cleanse the energy channels. And then we're going to do the Hatsureho meditation to prepare ourselves for the treatment. And then you might wish to sit, turn off your video, or perhaps just lie down and listen to my voice as you perform the treatment. You may wish the treatment to be just for yourself, or you may set your intention that the treatment is for yourself and others, or perhaps yourself and the universe. It's entirely up to you. I'm setting my intention, the Reiki is for the healing of us all here in this circle this evening, and for the peace and unity across the globe. Now, just bringing your awareness to your physical body, and just notice, how are you feeling in this moment? Without judgment, just simply observing. And we're going to set our intention that we're cleansing the energy channels of the body. A nice, even breathing. Relaxing your breath. I'm going to start with the Kenyoko, the dry breathing. I bring one hand onto one shoulder, your fingers touching the joint between the end of the collarbone and the shoulder, and with your palm facing towards the body. While exhaling, we're going to sweep across the body and off the opposite hip. And then the same on the other side. So inhale and exhale as you sweep down and off. And then that first side again. Inhale and exhale as you sweep off. And then we're going to sweep down the inside of the arm and off the fingertips. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, sweep off the fingertips. And the same on the other side. Inhale, exhale, and sweep off. And then that first side again. Inhale and exhale as sweeping off. Lovely. So one of the fundamentals of Reiki is to connect to oneself spiritually, or to one's soul. And Mikao Usui taught his students the Hatsureho meditation. Hatsu meaning to bring forth, Rei meaning spirit, and Ho meaning method. Now just setting your intention that you're going to perform Hatsure. A nice straight spine, feet on the floor, and connect to Reiki in whatever way works for you. So if you're new to the practice, you might move the hands up to the shoulders. With your mind clear, now feel the Reiki energy, or white light, or waterfall. Now, however you imagine, feel, or sense that energy flowing down from above. And when you feel and sense that energy, just bring the hands down into the lap, palms facing uppermost. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then focus your attention on your tanden, also called the Dantian or Hara, that point 3 finger widths below your belly button and in towards your spine. And then bring your awareness to your breath. So on each in-breath, feel the Reiki energy flow from your crown and down into your tanden. So as you breathe in, we're drawing the energy down through the crown, down to the tanden. And as you exhale, allow that energy to spread through your entire body and then out through the skin in all directions. So as you inhale, you're drawing the energy down to the tanden. And on the exhale, the energy is spreading through the entire body and then out through the skin in all directions. If you don't feel anything, don't worry, because you've set your intention that that's where the energy will be flowing. That's where it will be flowing. Each time you exhale, see if you can send that energy further and further. So you inhale, draw the energy down to the tanden. And on the exhale, allow that energy to flow out through the skin to fill the room. Maybe next time you exhale, the energy can fill the entire building that you're in. And further each time you exhale. Maybe as you exhale, the energy can fill the whole country. Fill the whole of Europe. Fill the whole world. Or even the universe or the cosmos. Further and further each time you exhale. And just notice how that feels. Feeling that wonderful connection between you and all that is. Then forget about your breathing, forget about your tanden, and instead bring your hands together in Gasho, the prayer position, in front of your chest. And simply focus your attention on the point where the middle fingers are touching. So press the fingers together or tap the fingers together. Just keep your awareness on that point where the middle fingers are touching. Each time your mind wanders, just gently drawing them back to that point where the middle fingers are touching. Mind wanders, draw them back to that point where the middle fingers are touching. And then notice how that feels for you. And then we'll go back to the breath. This time breathing the energy in and out of the hands in time with your breathing. So on the inhale, we draw the energy down through the hands. Take it down to the tanden, your lower belly. And on the out breath, allow that energy to flood through the body and then back out through the hands again. So on the inhale, you're drawing the energy down through the hands, down to the tanden. And on the out breath, allowing the energy to flood through the body and then back out through the hands again. Again, if you're not feeling anything, please don't worry, because you've set your intention that that's where the energy is flowing. That's where it will be flowing. Mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. And drawing the energy down on the inhale, around the body, and then back out through the hands on the exhale. And just noticing how that feels for you today. And then we'll bring Hatsureho to a close. So just saying in your mind's eye, I'm finishing Hatsureho now. Placing your hands down into your lap, palms down. And now we're going to move to the self-treatment of the whole body. So keeping a comfortable seat or lie down if you prefer. Allowing your body to settle. Feeling the support of whatever's beneath you. Right, close your eyes gently or soften your gaze downwards. Take a nice deep breath in, filling your lungs. And as you exhale, release any lingering tension, any thoughts of the day, any worries, just let them go. Breathe in again deeply, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest and your abdomen. And as you exhale, soften further, letting go a little bit more, releasing any tension or any worry that might be stored in your body. Now let's begin to connect to our own Reiki energy. Bring your hands together in Gasho, prayer position in front of your heart center. feeling the warmth and energy between the palms, allowing that energy to flow within your hands. And just keeping your hands in this position for a moment or two, focusing your attention on your breath and starting to relax. And here, set your intention for the treatment this evening. I'm going to set my intention that the energy this evening is for the highest good of us all here online, and of course for peace and unity across the globe. Please remember that as Reiki practitioners, it's important for us to ensure that our own energy is in a good place before we help others. Or you might like to set your intention this treatment is for something else. The choice is yours. And then relaxing your hands down and just finding that comfortable position for you. I'm going to start the treatment this evening by just relaxing your breath. And then I'll take you through a relaxation of your body, helping you to switch over into the parasympathetic nervous system mode. And then we'll begin the Reiki treatment itself. I'll start by just noticing your breath. So as you inhale, feeling the cool air on the nostrils and the belly rises. And then the belly falls and you feel warm air on the nostrils as you breathe out. So just noticing the quality of your breath this evening. Do you have nice smooth inhales and nice smooth exhales? If you've been a bit stressed, the breath can become jaggedy, so just see if you can smooth that out a little bit. And then notice the length of each breath. Maybe you're inhaling for a count of 3 and exhaling for a count of 3. Or maybe it's a little bit more than that. So just noticing your natural breath. And if it's comfortable for your lungs, I want you to see if you can make each breath just a little bit longer. And making the inhale a little bit longer and the exhale a little bit longer. If you were inhaling and exhaling for 3, for example, maybe you can make that 5. Make sure that's comfortable for your lungs. It's helping the body to start to relax. Nice slow inhales and nice slow exhales. And then forget about your breathing and bring your awareness down to the soles of your feet and relax the soles of your feet. Bring your awareness to your toes and relax your toes. Relax your ankles, your calves and your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Relax your tummy and your lower back. Relax your chest and your upper back. Relax your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists and your hands. Relax your neck, your jaw, your cheekbones, your ears. Relax your eyes. Feel like they're just sinking back into your head. Relax your forehead. Space between the eyebrows gets wider. Relax your scalp. Then we'll begin the Reiki treatment itself. I'm going to be directing you to either bring your hands to or bring your awareness to various parts of your body. You may wish your attention to dwell on an area. You might like to imagine you're sitting behind yourself, treating the real you. Or imagine disembodied hands treating the real you. Just go with the flow and see what works best and feels most comfortable for you. The energy always follows your focus. and will follow your intention. I'm going to start by sending the energy, that beautiful healing Reiki energy, connecting back up to that energy. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Allow your attention to go there. Feel yourself merging with the energy and allow the energy to flow. All the time, more and more healing Reiki energy is flooding down into the shoulders, into your shoulders. Relax your shoulders and allow the energy to flow, cleansing and clearing, releasing and relaxing, and allowing you to let go of everything that's no longer serving you, whether that's known or unknown in mind, body or soul. Let go. Feeling that beautiful healing Reiki energy flooding down into your shoulders. If you're not feeling anything, please don't worry, because you've set your intention that that's where the energy is flowing. That's where it will be flowing, flooding down into the shoulders, into your shoulders. Relax and allow the energy to flow. Now we move on to focus our attention on your temples, the sides of your head. Allow your attention to rest there. And imagine cascades of healing Reiki energy flooding down into your temples, into the sides of your head. Relax and allow that energy to flow, flooding down into the temples, into your temples, merging with the energy and allowing that energy to flow. And we move on to focus our attention on the crown, the very top of your head. Maintain your focus. Feel yourself merging with the energy and allow the energy to flow. All the time, more and more healing Reiki energy flooding down into the crown, into the very top of your head. Relax and allow the energy to flow. And we move on to focus our attention on the back of your head and the front of your face. Relax the back of your head and soften the front of your face. Feel yourself merging with the energy and allow the energy to flow. Cascades of healing Reiki energy flooding down into the back of your head and the front of your face. Relax. Now we move on to focus our attention on the throat. Relax your throat. Imagine cascades of healing Reiki energy flooding down into the throat, into your throat, and allow the energy to flow. Relax. Wonderful healing Reiki energy flooding down into your throat. And then we move on to focus our attention on the heart and the solar plexus just below. Relax your heart center, the whole of your chest, and the solar plexus just below. Feel yourself merging with the energy and allow the energy to flow. All the time, more and more healing energy flooding down into the center of your chest and the solar plexus just below. Cleansing and clearing, releasing and relaxing, and allowing you to let go of everything that's no longer serving you. Whether that's known or unknown in mind, body, or soul. Let go. Relax and allow that beautiful healing energy to flood down into the center of your heart and into the solar plexus just below. And we're going to move on to focus our attention on the navel, your tummy. Relax your tummy. Feel yourself merging with the energy. All the time, more and more healing Reiki energy flooding down into your tummy. Relax your tummy and allow that energy to flow. Just relax. And now we move on to focus our attention on our hips. Relax your hips. Feel like the right hip is falling out to the right and the left falling out to the left, creating space Imagine cascades of healing Reiki energy flooding down into the hips, into your hips. Relax your hips and allow the energy to flow. Just relax. Then we move on to focus our attention on the knees, on your knees. Maintain your focus. Feel yourself merging with the energy and allow the beautiful healing Reiki energy to flood down into the knees, into your knees. Relax your knees and allow the energy to flow. Relax and allow the energy to flow. And now we move on to focus our attention on your ankles and your feet. Allow your attention to rest there. Allow the energy to flow there. Imagine cascades of healing Reiki energy flooding down into your ankles and your feet. And allow the energy to flow. Relax your ankles. Relax your feet. And allow the energy to flow. And now bring your awareness to your whole body. You've just nourished every part of ourselves with this beautiful healing Reiki energy. So taking a moment to simply bask in this feeling, this gentle warmth, this quiet hum of energy. Acknowledge the healing that has unfolded, the balance that's been restored, and the profound peace that you found within. Imagine that beautiful Reiki energy swirling within you like a gentle shimmering light, bringing comfort and serenity to every cell of your body. Feel the intensity of our meditation settling deep within you, creating a space of clarity and calm. This quiet, receptive energy It's the perfect ground for planting new moon intentions. Peace within and peace and unity across the globe. And now bring your awareness to the collective energy of our group online this evening. Even with your eyes closed, you can sense their presence. Feel the strength of our unified intention as we merge our individual threads of healing into a powerful tapestry. This is a moment to connect with deep regeneration and release. In this shared field of light, let's direct a wave of pure, compassionate energy from our circle to all parts of the world that are in need of cleansing, healing, and regeneration. We affirm our commitment to global peace and unity. Imagine this energy flowing to areas of conflict, soothing pain, calming unrest, and awakening hearts to the truth of our shared humanity. See a future where peace and unity across the globe are the fundamental reality for all beings. We are all connected. We are all expressions of this universal life force. Allow yourself to feel this deep, profound connection as a gentle hum of shared energy, a collective peace, and a unified intention for well-being. Feel that beautiful Reiki energy flowing not just within you, but between us. A gentle current of love, support, and profound understanding. We're sharing this space, sharing this energy, and sharing this journey together as one. Rest in this shared field of Reiki, feeling the individual healing within you, the grounding from the earth, the blessing from above, and the beautiful, harmonious connection with everybody in this circle and with the world. Taking a deep breath in, absorbing this feeling of unity and peace. As you exhale, send a silent blessing of love and gratitude to yourself, to everyone present, and to everything you'd like to send healing to. Taking a deep breath in, absorbing this feeling of unity and peace. And as you exhale, sending a silent blessing of love and gratitude to yourself, to everyone present in our circle this evening, and to everything you'd like to send healing to. Notice how that feels. That beautiful feeling. So wonderful when we share Reiki together. 108 of us here this evening. A sacred number. And now it's time to come back from the healing. So setting your intention to ground your energy at the end of our meditation treatment in whatever way you have learnt. Or perhaps imagine the energy flowing from your crown down to your feet, and from your feet deep into the ground, like big tree roots going deep, deep, deep into the ground, grounding your energy at the end of this evening's treatment. And then we'll balance the energy at the end of the treatment, again in whatever way you have been taught. Or perhaps you'd like to bring both hands to the lower belly, the tanden, and feeling the energy moving there through the lower belly. And then placing the non-dominant hand over the heart and feeling the energy there, and setting your intention to balance the energy between these 2 points, so the 3-diamond practice. Then keeping your hand on the tanden, moving that non-dominant hand up to the Apahara, the third eye. And again, noticing how it feels, the difference between your tanden and the Apahara, and setting your intention to balance between those 2 points. And then moving that hand down through the heart and back down to the tanden. And saying in your mind's eye that the treatment is now finished. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. That cool air on the nostrils as you breathe in. And the warm air on the nostrils as you breathe out. And taking a couple of really nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, just gently open your eyes to bring yourself back from the treatment, nice and slowly, no rush. Welcome back. May this feeling of shared healing, clarity, peace, and global unity stay with you as you move forward into your evening. Thank you to everybody for sharing this beautiful space and your energy this evening. I hope that you enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was wonderful. Thank you so, so much. If you have any suggestions on how we might evolve these sessions going forward, please don't hesitate to let us know. I want to make sure that they work for everybody in the future. My contact details, Joe Fellows, are on the UK Reiki Federation website. So many, many, many thanks for joining us. And I hope that you'll have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.